If it looks like bullshit and it smells like bullshit, it's probably bullshit. I want you to have a look at this thumbnail. In fact, she has many of these thumbnails that have this magical phrase, hormone balancing. Have a look here. And then I'm going to play you a clip. Listen to the clip.
You keep happy and healthy hormones. So if you're anything like me, you are concerned with aging, right? It's a fact of life, but it's something that's going to happen. And it's really important that we recognize that the way that we were able to work out in our 20s and even our 30s is not what's going to work for us to create the best results as you move into your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, and beyond. So this is a Tabata style sequence. It's about a 5-minute sequence that I pulled from my fitness membership and community Total Body Transformation. And what I love about working in this Tabata styles is that it really helps your hormones stay in balance.
So what were your initial thoughts when you heard that clip? Do you think a workout actually can balance your hormones? Now we need to tackle what she says on 2 points. Number one, I need to ask, what hormones is she talking about? In none of her videos does she actually explain which hormones are being balanced. So I'm going to ask Tracy, I hope she watches this video one day, is it thyroid you're talking about? Because most women over 40 do suffer with some thyroid issues. I have low thyroid. If I'd done Tabata, would my thyroid hormone have raised up back to natural levels? Ooh, I should have done Tabata. Jesus, that was my problem all along, damn it. I need to go and tell my doctor. Is it insulin? Because, of course, we all know that exercise in general is good for insulin resistance. So I'm not disputing that exercise can have an effect on hormones, but an effect is different to balancing. And we'll talk about balance just now. Maybe she's talking about reducing fat, which would then reduce the production of estrogen, because fat is an endocrine organ and it produces a hormone. So maybe by exercising, you lower your fat, you reduce your estrogen. Is she talking about glucagon or the hunger hormones, leptin and ghrelin? No, wait, maybe she's talking about cortisol, because a lot of people on the internet go on and on about how over-exercising produces too much cortisol. Wait, maybe she's talking about growth hormone, GH, because we all know that exercise stimulates the production of GH. But again, how's that going to balance your GH? You know, the human body produces around about 50 hormones. That's what we've identified to date. But I'm going to assume, based on the fact that she's targeting these workouts at women over 40, I'm going to assume the natural conclusion is that she's talking about the sex hormones that decline as we enter perimenopause. I mean, that must be it, because from over 40 onwards, that's when we slowly start running out of progesterone and then estrogen. And then about 2 years after menopause, most women find their testosterone drops off as well. In my case, I've had my hormones tested. My testosterone is already too low and my progesterone is low. So maybe she's talking about the sex hormones, because for all women over 40, all of us, we are going to enter perimenopause and then menopause. Is Tabata style working out going to raise your sex hormones back up to like when you were 20? Because she alludes to exercising in her 20s. How would that be possible? If that were possible, all the women doing Tabata would not be in perimenopause, and then they wouldn't even go into menopause. Can you hear where my bullshit alarms were ringing? Let's just give her the benefit of the doubt and say she's talking about estrogen, okay? That's the female hormone. It is the main hormone that produces symptoms. It is the one we lose. Now, my hairdresser is 40, and she suffers with endometriosis, a very serious condition, and it's a result of too high estrogen. Then you take me, 45, my estrogen is quite low. I'm having all the symptoms of low estrogen, hot flushes, mood swings, joint aches and pains, blah, blah, blah. I'm now on HRT to correct that. 2 women over 40. 1 woman with high estrogen, me with low estrogen. If we both do Tabata, what happens to our respective estrogen levels? Does this magical style of working out, oh, and by the way, Tabata is 20 seconds of kind of intense movement and a little 10-second rest, and then you go again for 20 seconds, and then you rest for 10. Okay, it's just a form of exercise. But now, are the hormones going, ooh, this is Tabata, and the hormones are timing 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. Okay, the high estrogen lady, her hormones are going, okay, lower estrogen. But me, the low estrogen lady, is going, raise the estrogen. I think not. Come on. I just want to scream, where is the science? Where is the evidence? How? By what mechanism? Nowhere ever does she say which hormones she's talking about. Point number 2 is that what does balance mean? What does she mean when she says hormone balancing? Because did you know there is actually no medical term hormone balancing? Balance means everything is balanced, right? If I'm balancing scales, it's the same weight here and the same weight there. So naturally you would assume that balance means everything is the same. Does she mean all your hormone levels are now the same? How could that be? Each hormone is vastly different to the other. Each hormone plays a vastly different role to the other hormones. And in a young, healthy 20-something-year-old woman, her hormones are always in flux. They're always rising and falling depending on the time of day, the time of month. Hormones are constantly in flux. Insulin responds to food and exercise. Melatonin rises at night. GH spikes at night. Let's give Tracy Campoli the benefit of the doubt again and assume that she's speaking incorrectly and she means hormone normalcy. Normal range of hormones. Okay, that I can get on board with because my hormones are not in the normal range. Is she saying that doing this workout would just magically raise my testosterone? Those of you who've been watching my channel for a long time, I've been working out non-stop basically for 12 years, doing different forms of exercise, running and weight training and cardio and dancing and all these different forms. No, I haven't actually done, no, in fact, I have done Tabata. I've done some Tabata classes. Did it help my hormones? Who knows? But if exercise, any form of exercise could balance or restore your hormones to natural levels, mine would be perfect. So please, let's not buy into bullshit that any workout can restore hormones back to optimal or normal levels. It can't. I'm not saying exercise can't influence hormones. It can, but exercise can do more in terms of influencing the health of your body, which would have some small influence on your hormones, your GH, your insulin, but it is not going to pull you out of perimenopause. Every woman on the planet is going to go into menopause regardless of whether she does Tabata or not, which means that every woman on the planet is going to at some point lose her estrogen. It's what happens. I want you to watch this clip.
Another hormone balancing workout. Did you know that Tabata style workouts are proven to help women balance their hormones? And
now notice she uses the word in this clip, proven, proven. So, of course, I went in search of this proof that she alludes to, and I found nothing. I did find a study on Tabata-style workouts, but of course the study was done in young females, 18 to 20-year-olds, and what they found was it was good for cardiometabolic respiratory health. Well, duh. All exercise is good for your cardiometabolic respiratory health. I searched, found another study, which I printed this one because it was printable, on a website called Research Square, and it says high intensity interval training leads to reduced testosterone and increased estrogen levels in young women. Now again, the flaw in this study is that it was only a few, I think it was 8 young women, and they were 18 years of age, not women over 40. Number one, the study doesn't say at all how long the hormones were raised for after exercise, because of course anything can temporarily produce a change in hormonal levels, but how long? They don't say when they took the blood. Did they take it immediately before the exercise and immediately after? And how long did that effect last? If it's a temporary effect of an hour, does it matter? Does it have any effect at all? If a workout could restore or balance or make my hormones happy, whatever the fuck that means, sorry for swearing, I would be doing it and I wouldn't be on HRT. And then in this very study, they talk about other research studies that were done on females doing exercise, young females. They looked at a meta-analysis and they said this finding could be explained by the conclusion of a recent meta-analysis conducted by Enor Idrissi et al. Sorry for the pronunciation. 2015 on the effect of physical activity on sex hormones in women. The meta-analysis results address that the impact of physical activity on circulating sex hormones is relatively modest and probably not clinically significant. Here it is in black and white. A meta-analysis of exercise on female hormones, not clinically significant. Calling a workout hormone balancing for ladies over 40, it's irresponsible and it's a sales and marketing ploy. I think it's also misleading and dangerous because women with genuine hormonal issues, like me, we need medical intervention. There is no way my thyroid was ever going to restore or balance itself. but medication has helped. If you have a genuine hormonal problem, you need genuine medical intervention, advice, the help of a doctor. And this is why it gets my blood boiling, is because it could mislead women into thinking that this could be a solution. It's not a solution. I'm not saying exercise can't help you with your fitness, with your health, but please, Tracy Campoli, don't sell Tabata as something it's not. No workout, and I will eat my words if I'm wrong, no workout can balance, restore, revive hormones. I have left a few comments underneath some of Tracy Campoli's videos asking her to link to the studies she's referring to where it proves that Tabata-style workouts balances hormones, and to date, I have not received a reply. Tell me what you think. That's it for today. No bullshit. I will see you in my next video. Bye.